Hey guys, and welcome to the video. In my first marketplace video, I said that it was really just a one-off video and I didn't plan on making any other marketplace videos. So anyway, here's a marketplace video on how purchase orders work and how to use them to snipe skins at a low price. I hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like if you learned anything. Please consider subscribing if you guys haven't already, because we're almost at 10,000 subs and that would be awesome. And as always, I hope you guys have an awesome day. So what is sniping? Sniping is whenever you pick up a relatively expensive skin for a fraction of the cost. And in the example I'm going to be showing you guys today, I picked up a $30 skin for $2. And that's just with a purchase order and letting it sit. But before I really tell you guys how to do it, you have to understand how purchase orders work in the Siege marketplace. Now, I told you guys in my last video that I had done a lot of Steam trading and CSGO trading where I traded up and back and forth to knives. Now, whenever the Siege marketplace came out, I thought it was going to be relatively similar to the CSGO marketplace, which is just on Steam. And how that works on Steam, this is a skin I have on Steam that's about $200. Now, if I were to sell it for a low price at all, it would go to the person that has the buy request at the highest number. At least the way I remember it is, if I accidentally sold this for $20, it would go to whoever had the buy order for $206. That's how I remember it. But that's not how it works in the Siege marketplace. The Siege marketplace works by who is next in queue as to how long they have their purchase order up on the marketplace. So in this case, you can have a purchase order on the marketplace for a total of 720 hours. And that just comes from 30 days. 30 days is the maximum amount of time that you can have a purchase order on a marketplace times 24 hours. Now, whenever you put your purchase order on the marketplace, it goes into a queue. Basically, when someone sells a skin, it will go to whoever has the purchase order that satisfies the sale order number, but has been on the marketplace the longest. So in this example, I set up an Excel sheet for a skin that's about 2,000 credits. I'm just going to say $20, 2,000 credits, $20. It's simpler. It's faster for me to say it. So if somebody were to sell this $20 skin for $19, then the marketplace will filter all the purchase orders that satisfy the sale order price. In this case, I randomized a whole bunch of prices, and in this example, 2 people would satisfy the sale order request with their purchase orders. Now, the marketplace will filter these and say, okay, well, these 2 people have purchase orders up that satisfy the sale order. Basically, the skin goes to whoever had their purchase order on the longest. So if somebody sells this 2,000 credit skin for 1,900, it's going to go to the person that has had their purchase order on for the longest amount of time. So this guy would get that skin for 1,900. And then this person would not get it because somebody else had a purchase order for longer than what they did. But now this person is next in queue for anybody that sells a skin for 1,900. So what does this example have to do with sniping? Basically, it's just to show you guys that the marketplace is on a queue system, and it's just based on who is next in line whenever a sale order comes up. And when you're sniping, you're mostly just hoping that whenever your purchase order is next one in line or the next one in queue, that is whenever somebody sells a skin at a low price. So with this Excel tool, let's go through a couple of examples. So again, we have this 2,000 credit skin. Somebody sells it for 1,900. This person has 123 hours left in the marketplace compared to 590. So it's been on there way longer. That's the person that would get this skin if the sale order was for 1,900 credits. Now, if we bump that down to 1,800 credits, it would still go to this guy here that has had it on longer, even though this guy also would satisfy the sale order number. Now, as we bump this down, say we go to 1,600, 2 more people still satisfy that sale order request, but this guy has still had it on longer. Now, if 2 skins were sold at 1600, this guy would fulfill first, and then this guy would be next in queue, and he would be the one to get it, if there was a second one sold. Now, if we bump this down to 1,000, so somebody accidentally sold their $20 skin for $10, it would open up these 3 people in the queue. And since this guy has had it on the marketplace, what would have been 27 days, so you would still have 3 days left in the queue, he would be the one that would get it, because he had been on the longest, and now that sale order is satisfied by this number when it wasn't previously. Now, in the extreme case, if somebody sells it for the bare minimum they could possibly have, which is 120, every purchase order would satisfy the sale order request. But this person has had their purchase order on the marketplace for the maximum amount of time minus a day, and they would be the absolute first person in order, no matter what would happen if somebody sold at the bare minimum price, and then they would get the skin at the sale order of 120. In this case, that it's a 2,000 credit skin. If somebody had just missed a 0, it would be 200 credits, and then this person that has had theirs on the marketplace for a long time but doesn't have their purchase order at the bare minimum, they would be the people to get it. Now, in the case that it would be sold for 200, this guy would get the skin plus be refunded 250 credits. So in my experience, I didn't know a whole lot about sniping on the marketplace until I tried it right after my last video. After that last video, I put 2 purchase orders up, one for the MP5 Black Ice, which was for 250 credits, and then I put one up on the R4C for 244 credits. Now, both of these went to the full 30 days, and I was watching the Black Ice one for the MP5 really hard, and it never hit. So I ended up being refunded the 250 credits. Now, the R4C one, I put the purchase order up on 7/2, and then it finally hit on 8/1. And I remember just the other day whenever it hit, it still had like 30 minutes left on the queue. So I had put it on the marketplace with a buy order for 30 days, let it sit the entire time, and then it hit in the last 30 minutes of the purchase order before it expired. So at that point, somebody had sold it for the bare minimum price, and my purchase order was the absolute longest purchase order that had been on the marketplace at that point. So my purchase order was the one that was filled. So basically that's how I got a $30 skin for basically $1. Currently I have 3 other snipes that I have, or purchase orders I have up trying to snipe skins, and 3 of those are universal skins: the Leon, Furioso, Ryuko, and Aki no Tsuro. I mean, they're very heavily traded skins, and it doesn't matter that I'm showing you guys like what the skin prices are or what order I have, because you guys aren't going to be able to cut in front of me in the queue time. So it's not really anything to keep a secret. It's just you throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. So yeah, I mean, you can always take a shot at it and see. A lot of times it's best to try and put a purchase order on something, or try and snipe something at 10% of what the current price is, hoping that somebody just forgets a 0 and then you're in queue whenever they do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to drop any questions you have in the comments below. I made this video mostly because I had a lot of questions in the last video, and it's hard to get to 200 comments. So yeah, if you guys have a question, drop it in the comment section, and if you know the answer to any of those comments, please answer this for me and I'll just give you a heart. So if somebody answers your comment in the comment section and I give it a heart, then that's exactly what I would say, and that's the answer I would give. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope you guys have an awesome day.